First of all, just coming into the game, obviously knowing that it's there and it's possible, and just trying to stay very focused on the game and just executing, each play one at a time, but knowing that, slowly you're creeping closer and closer, and just not knowing when or how that's going to happen, and what's going to be transpiring in the game, and just the momentum and just different things, right? And so when we tried out there for the 2-minute drive, I knew we were within striking distance. Felt like, uh, if we threw a bunch of balls all the way down the field, if all those were passing yards, then we'd probably eclipse the record. And didn't know it was going to happen on the first play to Traquan, but I don't think it could have happened in any better fashion than it did. And to have then that moment with my teammates on the field, the offensive line. I mean, it played out even greater than I ever could have imagined. I tried to rehearse the scenario in my mind this week, just so I could, you know, just so I could really focus on the game. But to then have the moment with Sean and Mr. Baker from the Hall of Fame, and then my boys and my wife Brittany and my daughter Rylan, it was incredible. It's hard for me to reflect too much right now, just because my career's not done. There are still goals to be accomplished. There's still challenges to be met, and so I'm still very focused on that. And yet, when something like this happens, and I can, there's so many people that are responsible for that can be a part of that. It makes me happy. It makes me proud, and it makes me extremely grateful for the opportunity to play this game, to have played it as long as I've been able to play it, to have wound up here in New Orleans, which you all know that story. So it's been an unbelievable journey, and I'm just so grateful. Listen, I broke down and cried a bunch of times this week. I mean, just thinking about so many things. I mean, I feel like when you have kids too, you even get more emotional. Just because I get emotional when I think about them, and being a father is obviously the greatest responsibility in the world, and I want to be the best father that I can be for them. I want to set the best example I can for them at all times. But I think about all the people who have influenced my life in such a powerful way, and there were so many of those people that were here tonight, that witnessed this. So many people that I spoke to this week that are a part of this, and so many others still that I've yet to had a chance to reach out to, and that time will come. But two of the people that had the biggest influence on my football career, certainly, and who I am growing up, are my mom and my grandfather, and they're in heaven. They're no longer here, but I know that they would be proud. I know they're watching down on me, looking down on me, watching over me at all times, and my kids as well. And so you start thinking about a lot of things when it actually happens. I mean, it's 13 years brings back a lot of emotion, or a lot of memories, and a rush of emotions. I love this city, love this fan base, love the Superdome, love the environment that our fans create on a weekly basis when we play here, and there's really no fan base like it. I mean, obviously the bond that we share as a team with our fan base is unlike any other, I think, in all of professional sports, and they're just so passionate, and I wanted this as much for them as anybody.